D.
That's why I think it's D. All right. So I'm going to tell you what some persons are saying in the chat now. So Miss B, because it says how much coins do you think can cover the book? And if you do around the book, you can fit more coins.
Okay, Miss.
All right, so that's one person. Let me see what another person said. It is B. All right, the area. All right, and when you're thinking about covering a book, we're thinking the surface. When we think about covering any surface at all, we're thinking about area. All right, so no. So when you think about covering any surface, we're thinking about area. So looking at the question, it says, Kelly wants to find out how many Jamaican $1 coin will cover the surface of her book. What information is necessary for her to make this decision? So if we're going to cover the book, say for instance,
Miss, we cannot hear you.
okay, so say for instance, this is your book, right? This is a cover of your book. And we want to figure out how much $1 can fit along on this cover of your book. I want you to think about is that if you put one coin here, one coin there, one coin there. So that's 3 coins, right? Coming down. And we put another coin there, another coin there, another coin there. This will tell us what our length is and what our width is. So how much coin will go for a length and how much coin will go for a width. So checking here now would say that it's 1, 2, 3 coins. All right, so that would be our width. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 coins. So if I fit the coins along the edge, if I put coins along the edge and fill all the edges with coins, then that would allow me to find my length times my width. And this case, 3 coins come along the width and 4 coins went along the length, right? So it would be 3 times 4, which would give me 12. So looking at this question now, what information is necessary for her to make this decision? So we're looking at what information is necessary for her to make this decision, and it will definitely be B. All right, so we fit in the coins, so the number of coins that fit along the edges of the book. So we're going to fit it along this edge, and use another color. So we fit it along this edge, and we fit it along that edge. From we fill out those edges, one side down, one side vertically, and one side horizontally, we will know exactly the amount of coins that is needed to cover the book. All right, so as long as we do that, we fit it one side vertically, one side horizontally, we'll know. So anytime you get a question as it relates to wanting to know the amount that would cover a surface, always think about area. All right, and if it's a rectangle, so you're thinking about your book is in the shape of a rectangle. All right, so given that your book would be, well, more than likely your book is in the shape of a rectangle. So given that your book is in the shape of a rectangle, then we are going to think about length times width. All right, so anytime you see a question talking about covering surface, we are thinking about area. All right, any surface, any question about covering surface, if you're going to carpet a place, anything that you're covering, always think about area. All right, and this answer would be B. All right, so I think, who said B? Was it, which of you said B? Brianna, you were the one that said B? Or was it Gianna? Brianna?
It was not me. I said B.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna go to the next question now. All right, and this one, it's a short question. They have 1 minute to write and 1 minute to provide your answer. 1 minute to write, 1 minute to provide answer. All right. Okay, and we're ready in 10, 9. Or before I go, let me select the persons who will be answering. All right, Shadone, you're gonna go for me, darling. And Anelia, you're gonna go for me, Anelia. So Shadone and Anelia. So in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Shadone, read the question for me.
It takes 2 minutes. It takes 2 minutes to boil a single egg. How many minutes will it take to boil 5 eggs together?
All right, so it takes 2 minutes
to boil a single egg. How many minutes will it take to boil 5 eggs together?
All right, so 2 minutes to boil a single egg.
It's
How
20
many minutes will it
minutes.
take to boil 5 eggs together? All right, so thank you, Shadoni. Good reading. All right, let's go to Anelia. Anelia, ready to give me your answer, Anelia? Amelia? All right, Shadon, you want to give me an answer, darling?
Yes, miss, 1 minute. My answer is 10.
All right, so your answer is 10. Well done. All right, so 2 minutes to boil 1 egg. So if it's 5 eggs, it would be 10. So 5 times 2. All right, and we are assuming that they boil 1 egg at a time. All right, if it was the case that they put all 5 eggs in the pot, then it would take the same 2 minutes. So we're assuming that, given that they put the question like this, then yes, they boil 1 egg at a time. All right, but this question could be a little bit more specific, and that would help us to determine exactly what the answer is. But we will go with 10 for this answer, assuming that they boil each egg separately. All right, so they boil one first and they boil the other, then they boil the other. All right. So, well done, Shadoni.
It's Chardonnay.
Thank you, my darling. So, gonna go with the next question. A minute and a half to write, 4.5 minutes to go. Kimari, is that the pronunciation of your name?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So Kimari, you're gonna read for me, darling. And
If the fifth
Tidelia, is it
Yes,
Tidelia? Did I get the pronunciation correct today, honey?
Yes, miss.
Awesome. So you see, Miss Hunter is learning. All right, so Tidelia, you're going to give me the answer. So go ahead and read for me. Go ahead and read for me Kimari, Derry.
If the 5th of the month falls 2 days after Monday, what day of the week will precede the 19th of the month?
All right, so if the 5th of the month falls 2 days, well done, good reading, 2 days after Monday. All right, so the 5th of the month falls 2 days after Monday. What day of the week will precede the 19th of the month? All right, ready? Let me know when you're ready, Tidelia.
Miss, I'm still working it out.
Okay, Derry.
Miss, I would say A Friday, Miss.
Say Friday. Why you say
Miss, I can't hear you.
Friday?
Miss, you're breaking up.
Friday. Why did you say Friday, darling? All
Miss,
right,
I
so you
can
hear me
hear
better?
you now.
You hear me better now?
Yes, Miss. Miss, I say Friday because it says the 5th of the month falls 2 days after the Monday. Miss, so that would be Saturday. Saturday.
All right, so you say it would be Saturday. All right, so here,
No,
so
Miss,
that's
not
Saturday.
Saturday.
Go again.
Miss, I said that 2 days after Monday would be Saturday, Miss. Then you add 19 days to it, Miss, and then you will get Friday.
Think about it now, Delia. 2 days after Monday. 2 days now after Monday would be which day? Not before Monday, no after.
Miss, it would be Wednesday.
All right. So 2 days after Monday is Wednesday. All right. And then from Wednesday, Wednesday is the 5th. What would you do after?
Miss, then you would add 19 days to Wednesday.
Think about it again, Delia. You're at the 5th day of the month. 5th day now. And we're thinking about the 19th of the month, not 19 days after, but the 19th of the month. How much days would you add?
Miss, you would add. Miss, 17 days.
So listen to me again now, Delia. I'm Tidelia. All right. So take your time now. Don't rush yourself. Okay, honey? So listen to me again. You're here. Today is the 5th. So we're thinking about it and we're resetting our calendar now. Today is the 5th of February. Right? So today is a Wednesday and it is the 5th of February. 19th, the 19th of February. How far, how many days from today would the 19th of February be? So you can count it on your hand. So the 19th of February. So if today is the 5th, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I finished this hand, went on to that hand, which is 10, plus another 4. How much you know? How much you know?
Miss,
Tigelia?
can you repeat?
How much in total did I get just now? All
Miss 19.
right, come again, Tigelia. So we're at the 5th. We're at the 5th, right? And we're going up to the We're going up to the 19th,
Thank you.
right? So we're going to count the days now. So 5th, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and then we reach 19. So let me put the stroke there for 19. So we went up to the 19th. So this stroke here represents the 19th. How much in total? How many days was that?
Miss
Count
14.
the amount of days. 14 days. Good. And 14 days, Julia, 14 days would be how much weeks?
Miss, that would be 2 weeks.
All right. So Julia, say I am the doctor. You come to me as the doctor, and I say I sent you to go and do a blood test, and I said to Delia, come back to me 14 days from now, and you say 14 is 2 weeks, right? Which day are you going to come back to me? 14 days from now. You better come back to me on the right day now, because you might just be in trouble if you come back to me a day after. And if you come back to me a day before, you're not going to see me. You must meet me on the exact day. Which day would that be? 2 weeks from now. When you're coming back to the doctor, are you going to be coming on a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday? 2 weeks from now, which day you're coming back on?
Miss, Miss, I'm counting it under my finger.
Count it on your finger? All right.
Yes, Miss.
But while you count it on your finger, I'm gonna
Yes, Miss.
add someone else to the call so that they can
Yes,
tell me.
Miss.
All right. So go ahead and count to Delia. I'm gonna add someone else to tell me what they think or what the answer is. All right. So I'm adding Jacqueline. All right, Jacqueline Jackson.
Miss,
All right, go ahead, darling, and tell me.
Miss, I think that the answer is Wednesday, Miss.
Awesome. There you go. Yes, the answer is indeed Wednesday. All right. So 14 days from now, you come to the doctor on a Wednesday, and doctor say come back 14 days. You're gonna be going back on a Wednesday.
Miss,
All right. So
Miss,
14 days is 2 weeks. Go again, Jacqueline.
Miss, I take away the fifth from the 19, leaving it 14, and the 14 will fall on a Wednesday.
Awesome. See, that's a good way of doing it. Well done. All right. And thank you for sharing, Jacqueline. Thank you to Jilia for your
Yes, Miss.
persistence
Thank
and
you.
your resilience. All right, Jilia. So you didn't get shy, you didn't get scared, you kept
No,
on
Miss.
answering. Well done to Jilia. Well done, Jacqueline. All right. And thank you to my reader. So we're gonna go with the next question now. And this question you have a minute and a half. Okay, I give you 2 minutes. One to write, one to think about the answer. All right. Thank you again, Kamari, for reading. Well done, beautiful reading. All right, so I'm gonna take Dane and I'm gonna take Amoya. Dane and Amoya. All right, so remember to raise your hand if you want to answer a question. All right, and I will try and give everyone an opportunity to respond. All right, so Moya, read for me, and then Danae, let me see if I get, yes, Danae, I will take the answer from you, Danae. All right, so go ahead, Amoya, and read. All right, so I'm not hearing Amoya, so I'm gonna go to Leandra. Leandra, darling, go ahead and read the question for me.
Miss, 8 times 3 equals 8 and 12. 4 and 5 equals 6,620. 6 times 7 equals.
All right, thank you, Leandra. All right, so I'm gonna come down now to Danae or Danae. Archibald, what is your answer, darling?
Miss, I say 42.
42.
Yeah. Miss, must I tell you the reason why I say 42? Miss, I'm not hearing you. You're breaking up. You're breaking up a lot.
Miss, the answer for the what Miss Khan?
The palm of someone off.
All right, so we were having some internet issue. All right. So we are back online. All right, so sorry about that. We're having some internet issue. The Wi-Fi was a bit off. So I've switched over. So we should be good to go now. All right. So we're gonna pick up where we left off.
So,
All right, so we're gonna give you back the permission. I don't quite remember all the persons who, all the persons who were co-hosts is still co-hosts. All right, good. So those persons can still participate. All right, continue. I'm gonna go to uh Shadane. Shadane.
Yes, miss.
All right, Shadane. Go ahead and tell me what your answer is.
Miss C.
The answer is C. All right. Tell me why you say C, darling.
Miss, if 2 multiplied by 3 is 812
Go again.
or 1006. Miss, take away, I take away the 812 from the 1803 and I added
And you added it to
the 1620.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Understand what you did. All right. So I'm gonna take one more person. Peyton. Peyton, go ahead and tell me what you did, darling. Thank you. Thank you, darling. Go ahead, Peyton.
Miss, I multiplied the 6 by the 7 and I got 42.
Multiply the 6 by the 7, got 42. All right, before I go the last with the next with the response to say which one is correct, I'm gonna take Joris. Joris,
Yes, miss.
so let's hear what you think, Joris. And Joris is one of our students who is in our Saturday class. And he is, yes, one of our vibrant students who is always giving some good reasoning. So let's see what Joris thinks now. Yes,
D, miss,
Joris?
because miss, if you look at the the first one,
Mm-hmm.
2 times 3,
Mm-hmm.
812, miss.
Mm-hmm.
Miss, look, 2 times 3 is 12, correct. But if you look, 2 times 2 is 8. So that's what they did, miss. Then you have 4 times 5, so they go back 1. So 4 times 5, 20. 4 times 4, 16. And then 6 times 7, miss. 6 times 7, miss, is 6 times 7, miss, is 42, miss. And 6 is 20. And 6 is 36.
So I see what you did in the juries and you almost got it. You got the answer, right? To be D, right? And I tell you what juries is really good when it comes to the reasoning. So you have something going for your juries. All right. So I want you to think about this now, juries, and all the other persons who are trying to work the question as well. Think about which number, just a sec. Think about which number we can multiply 2 by to get 8. Which number we can multiply the same number we should use to multiply 3 and it gives us 12. That same number is going to use to multiply 4 to give us 16. That same number is going to use to multiply 5 to give us 20. That same number used to multiply 6 to give us the first part of our answer. And that same number used to multiply 7 to give us the second part of our answer. Who wants to tell me what that number is? All right, Christopher, I'm going to give you the permission. Let's go, Christopher. Go ahead, my darling.
Miss, can you repeat?
All right. So we're looking at the pattern. All right. So we're looking at the pattern. And Joyce was really close, but not exactly. All right. So we're looking at it. We have 2 times 3 equal 812. 4 times 5 equals 1,620. 6 times 7. Joyce figured out that, yes, it is 4 times 5, which would have given us the 20, and 4 times 4, which would have given us the 16. So he said that we're going back 1. All right. But there is some truth to his pattern that he was seeing, but it didn't work for the last one. So it worked for the first 2 that he did, but it didn't work for the last one. So now I'm going to guide you, Christopher, in getting the exact pattern that is there. So looking at it, Christopher, I want you to tell me which number you can multiply 2 by to give you 8, and the same number you're going to multiply 3 by, and it's going to give you 12. Hold on a sec. Let's use some different colors. All right. See if we use a purple. All right. So 3 times that number would give us 12. All right. And the same number, we're going to use it to multiply 4, and it's going to give us 16. And the same number, we're going to use it to multiply 5, and it's going to give us 20. The same number, we're going to use it to multiply 6. It's going to give us the first part of our answer. And we are going to use the same number to multiply 7, which is going to give us the last part of our answer. Christopher, which number is that? Leandra, Joris.
2,428.
I don't want you to give me the answer. I want you to tell me which number we're using. Which number is we're using to multiply each of these to get our answer. So I don't want you to give me the answer. I want you to tell me the number that is consistent in the pattern.
6 is multiplied by 4, give you 24, and 7 multiplied by 4 to give you 28.
All right, so you gave me the answer. So tell me now, so each time, what are we multiplying by?
4.
Awesome, well done. All right, so this one is a bit tricky. All right, and I understand if you did not get it at first. All right.
Excuse
All
me,
right, so
miss.
someone have to.
Next question is easy.
Christopher. Thank you. All right, so each time we are multiplying by 4. So let's look at it now. And I'm going to use a green to write it. So 2 times 4 gives us 8. 3 times 4 gives us 12. 4 times 4 gives us 16. 5 times 4 give us 20. 6 times 4 give us 24. And 7 times 4 give us 28. When it comes on to pattern and sequence, there must be something happening consistently throughout. If you try a pattern and it jumps off like at the second chance or turn or the third turn, then no. It got to be consistent. All right. So I know that you were trying trying different things, and Joyce really went close to the answer. So good, well done, Joyce. All right. And well done to the other persons who were reasoning through as well. So we're gonna go with the next question. Oh, so let's highlight the answer. The answer is 24, 28. All right. The next question, 2.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes to write, 1 minute to reason through that and get the answer. All right. Well done, Akira. So I see Akira working. I see Tasha working. Nice. So that's why I want to see my students working. Christopher, you need to come back to your seat and come sit down and work your questions, man. Where you gone? Because you answer one question, you're gone now. And Christopher? Getting one question right, don't make you superhero right now.
I'm not gone.
All right, so Jaquin working. Sashel, finish writing, my darling. Yes, Sashel. You can unmute, Sashel. Finish writing.
No, miss.
All right, so let's get on with our writing. All right, Danae, well done, Danae, writing. Yes, Jabriana, well done, Jabriana Jackson. Hello, Latasha, how are you?
Fine.
Okay, Latasha, your hair is really nice, nice hair. Mommy did a really good job at that here, our auntie.
It's mommy.
Ah, nice. All right. So Latasha, you're gonna read for me, and Sashel, you're gonna be giving me the answer. All right. So 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna do the countdown.
Miss, am I supposed to read?
Do you want to read and let Latasha give me the answer? No, Latasha wants to read, all right? So Latasha is gonna read and you're gonna give me the answer, Sashel. All right, ready, Latasha? In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go, Latasha.
A lady is 5 years younger than her husband, and he is 5 times as old as his daughter. They were 5 years old 3 years back. What is the present age of the lady?
All right, so this is a nice question. Thank you, Latasha. Beautiful reading. All right, and I must add that majority of the persons who I have unmuted is still have the opportunity to open their mic, and I appreciate you not doing so. All right, so well done. All right, you are actually following the rules. So well done to all those persons who have the opportunity to unmute their mic but actually kept it muted and following the rules. All right. So gradually as we go along, I'll give more persons the opportunity to unmute their mic. And if you can keep your mics muted until your name is called, then maybe in the coming weeks, I might give everyone the opportunity to unmute their mic whenever. All right. So well done to those persons who are following the guidelines. All right. So over to you now, Sashel. You ready to give me your answer, darling? All right, so Shell, I'm gonna get some support for you. All right, so Akira, ready, Akira?
Yes, miss.
All right, what's your answer, Akira?
It's 35.
35. Tell me how you got 35. Tell me what you did. Tell me what you're thinking. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're wrong or right. I just want to know what you're thinking. Mm-hmm.
Miss the daughter was 5 years. She was 3 years old.
Hold on, Akira, you're a bit slow, darling.
Miss the daughter would be Miss, and the man is 5 times older than Miss 45. Sorry, Miss 45 mistake on the Miss 5 Miss would be 35.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you, Akira. All right, Hazan. Go ahead, Hazan.
My answer is also 35 because it
Mm-hmm.
said the lady is 5 years younger than her husband and he is 5 times as old as his daughter. And if 3 years back the daughter is five, then you would add that 3 years to her the 5 years, which would be eight, and multiply that eight by the 5 years, and you would get 40. And it said the lady is 5 years younger than her husband. So you'd subtract the five from the 40 and you'd arrive to 35.
Okay. All right. Hold on, Hazan. You're still there, Hazan? Tasha?
Yes, miss.
All right, what is your answer? Tasha, waiting for you, darling.
Yes, miss.
What is your answer?
Yes, I also got 25.
You also got 35. All right. So I'll go with the 35. All right. So if the daughter was 5 years old, so a lady is 5 years younger to her husband, and he's 5 times as old as his daughter. If the daughter was 5 years old, 3 years back, right? What is the present age of the lady? So if she was 5 years old 3 years back, then that means she is 8 years old now, right? And then the father is 5 times as old as the daughter. So it's 5 times 8, 5 times 8, which gives us, let me write on screen. So it is 5. So it is 5 plus 3, which gives us 8, right? And the father is, the husband is 5 times as old as the daughter, right? So this is the daughter age, daughter. The husband now would be 8 times 5, which gives us 40. And then the lady is 5 years younger, which means that it is 40 minus 5, which gives us 35. All right. We're going to go with the next question now. 2.5 minutes. All right, well done to everyone that participated, to my lovely teachers joining, and my lovely parents joining. All right. Um, in the event that you are a parent or a teacher, I do appreciate you joining, right? But I want for my students to be the one participating, all right? Want to be hearing their reasoning, their explanation, all right? So if you're joining as a parent or you're joining as a teacher, all right, if I call on you, right? Well, I'm only calling on the persons who have their hands up. All right. So if you're a parent or a teacher, then I don't expect you to be raising your hands. All right. Or if you're a bigger sister or a bigger brother, don't expect you to be raising your hand either. So let's give the students the opportunity to respond. Let's hear their reasoning. Let's see how they're thinking so that we can guide their thoughts and create critical thinkers. All right. And once again, welcome to the person joining on YouTube. Happy to have you. Happy to have you all who is here on our platform on Zoom and everyone on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and like our video, share the video, and also subscribe to our channel. All right. And also to the persons here, do go on over to Mathematics Resource Center and like, subscribe, and share. And for the persons who want to be a part of our PEP class on a Saturday, we do 2 hours on a Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon or 12 p.m. And for the coming weeks, we'll be focusing mainly on ability tests, and then we will be focusing on competent based exam. All right. So basically content-based exam, content-based questions in the coming weeks. You have your exam is set for the 25th of March, right? So you have you got I think about an extra month because you should have been you were expected to do it in February, but you got a little bit more time. So I expect you all to be practicing, expecting you all to be revising, reading through, getting new questions, challenging yourself, and doing the very best that you can do so you can get to the school of your choice. All right. And as said before, if you want to be a part of our Saturday class, I'm going to send my contact in the chat and you can message me on WhatsApp and we'll definitely have you join in the Saturday class. It is 3,500 for the class for the month. And given that we have about 6 weeks, 6 Saturdays to go before your exam. Then from now until your exam, if you were supposed to join for those just that period, it would have been 6-5. So for the rest of February and for March. All right. So if you want to join our class, be a part of our class, get yourself fully prepared for your PEP, then contact me. The number is going to be in the chat. All right. And for you to get me on the number, you must add it exactly the way it is with a plus in front of it, then 447555136738. And for persons on YouTube who is not seeing the chat, I'm just going to write it here for you. Okay, so that's it for the PEP class on a Saturday. It is definitely going to be beneficial for you. Ask mommy, ask daddy to get to enroll you. All right, if it's even up to exam points, so you can get that extra support and you can definitely get the best score there is to get. All right, remember that your ability test is 30% of your grade. It's not like the performance test that you get some grade from grade 4 and some from grade 5. You do ability tests only in grade 6. So you need to get your best score on your ability test. So I'm going to go ahead with Leonardo and
Yes, ma'am.
Brigsby. I want you to read from me, Brigsby, and I'm going to take the answer from you, Leonardo. Brigsby, go ahead and read for me, darling. All right, so I'm not hearing from Brigsby. So I'm going to ask Anise to read for me.
Yes,
Go ahead
miss.
and read for me, Anise.
An airplane flies twice as fast as a train, which covers 60 miles in 80 minutes. What distance will the airplane cover in 20 minutes?
Thank you, my darling. Beautiful reading. All right, Leonardo, let me know when you're ready to give the answer.
Yes, I have an answer. I'm ready.
Ready, Leonardo?
Yes.
All right, go ahead with your answer.
Yes, my answer is 40 miles because um so if you would divide 60 by 2 you would get 30 miles, and if you would divide 80 minutes you would get 40. So that's why I picked 40 for my answer.
Okay, so you say your answer is 40 miles.
Yes.
All right, good, I hear you. All right, so I'm gonna ask so 40 miles. Let's see. Khalil? All right, so I'm not hearing from Khalil, so I'm gonna choose someone else. And Lashanda?
Yes, miss.
All right, what says you, darling?
How I got my answer, I take away 20 and 60 and got 40 minutes.
You take away 20 from?
20 from 60.
And got 4. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna take a response from one more
Can
person.
I answer?
Yeah, go ahead, my darling.
The answer would be 30 miles because it says the airplane flies twice as fast as the train, so you would take away 20. Add because it flies twice, so 60 plus 60. So you would take away. Hold on.
So what would you take away?
Oh, you should find what's half of 30 and find what's half of 80 first, which is 40, and then take away 20 from that equals 20 minutes. So it would be 30 miles.
Take away 20 from?
Take away 20 from 40.
Take away 20 from 40, and you'd get?
And you get 20.
Okay. So it'd be 20, but we don't have 20 as our option there.
I said the answer would be 30 miles.
Oh, you would get 30. So you take away 20 from 40, but 20 from 40 is not 30.
No, I said you would take away.
Mm-hmm.
You would take away. Wait. You would find what's half of the 60,
Mm-hmm.
which leaves you with 30, and then you would
Mm-hmm.
take away, and then you would find what's half of 80, which is 40, and then
Mm-hmm.
take away 20 from the 40.
And then take away 20 from the 40. Okay. And that leaves us with?
And it leaves us with 20. So the answer would be 30 miles in 20 minutes.
All right. So let's go through now. All right. So I've heard your reasoning. All right. So thank you all for giving me, for participating and giving me your response. All right. So we're going to go through this one. And I hope everyone have written their question by now. So an airplane flies twice as fast as a train. The train covers 60 miles in 80 minutes. So the train covers 60 miles and it took the train 80 minutes to cover the 60 miles, right? What distance will the airplane cover in 20 minutes? So if it took the train 60 80 minutes to cover 60 miles, right? How long would it have taken the airplane to cover the 60 miles? How long would it have taken the airplane to cover the 60 miles? Anyone who have the permission to unmute can unmute.
Excuse me, miss, but I don't have an answer, but I think I have a way to get to the answer.
Mm-hmm.
You need to divide 80
Mm-hmm.
by a number that will get you to 20.
Mm-hmm.
And then you will divide 60
Mm-hmm.
by the same number that would have gotten you to 20.
Mm-hmm.
And then that will get you your answer. And that's what I'm calculating right now.
Okay. All right. So all right, I heard you. All right, so let's so we can take that approach. All right, but we need to add something to that. So what distance will the airplane cover in 20 minutes? So we're going to look to see how far the train would cover in 20 minutes. All right. So in 20 minutes, how far would the train cover in 20 minutes? So if in 80 minutes the train covers 60 miles, right? How far would the train cover in 20 minutes? So as he said, we're going to try and get from 80 minutes to 20 minutes. How far would the train cover in 20 minutes? What would I do to 80 to get to 20? How do I get from 80 to 20? What do I divide by to get from 80 to 20? If I'm at 20, what do I do?
4, miss.
Divide by 4. All right, good. So I divide by 4 to get to 20. So I'm going to do the same thing here, and I'm going to divide by 4. What is 60 divided by 4?
40, miss?
How much?
40?
60 divided by 4. 4 into 4, 1. 4 into 6, 1. Remainder 2. 4 into 20. 4 into 20.
5.
4 into 25. All right. So 4 into 60 is 15. All right. So this is what we do now. So we figure out it's 60 miles that it takes the train. 80 minutes, the train will travel 60 miles. So we figure out if the train took 20 minutes, how long will it travel for? 15 miles. And knowing that the airplane flies twice as fast as the train, if the train covers 15 miles, then the airplane is going to cover twice that journey. So let me go again now. So 60 miles for the train to cover, the train took 80 minutes to cover 60 miles. Or in 80 minutes, the train covers 60 miles, right? Now they tell us what distance will the airplane cover in 20 minutes. And this is basically a ratio we're doing. So what we're doing is we're moving from 80 to 20. So how do I get from 80 minutes? How do I get from 80 minutes to 20? I divide by 4. So whatever I do to this side, I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other side. So if I divide by 4 to get 20 minutes, and now I have 60 miles, I need to figure out how much miles 20 minutes would be. So I divide 60 by 4, and that gives me 15 miles. So I now know that in 20 minutes, the train will cover 15 miles. Now I'm coming back to my question up here and seeing what it says. It says the airplane flies twice as fast. So, okay, if the train is taking its little way to go down to that particular destination, and it takes, and it covers 15 miles. 15 miles in the 20 minutes. Then, in 20 minutes, in the same 20 minutes, the plane is going to cover twice that journey. So that's 30 miles. All right. I know person said 30 before, right? But I want you to fine tune your reasoning. The answer was correct for most persons, but the reason was a bit off. All right. So I want you to fine tune your reasoning. And I also want you to be able to put calculations to it. All right. So yes, you can come up with the answer, or yes, you might be able to look at it and say the answer is that. But also, I want you to be able to write on your calculation. How would you apply? What would you apply to get your answer? All right. Overall, you did well. We did an extra 34 minutes. All right. We know we had some glitch in technology earlier when we started, but it was okay after. And we end up doing an extra 34 minutes. I promise not to keep you this long next week. I promise to stick to the hour next week so you can get to go on to doing your evening duties and what else other homework you have to do. All right. This is where we leave it for today. We will pick up again next week with ability test. So it's strictly ability test up until your exam in March. All right. I will continue to work on ability test until your exam in March 25th. And you must all know that date in your head, right? Know when you're going to sit your exam. All right. And know that, okay, I'm working for Mannings, I'm working for Hampton, I'm working for Monroe, I'm working for Glenmore, I'm working for St. George's, wherever you're working for. Or whichever school that you're working for, know that you need to get a good grade in order to get to that school that you want to get to. All right. So thanks again for joining us. See you next week. The link is always the same. So if you do not get a link in time, it's always the same link. So you don't necessarily need to, if you don't get a link, you know that it's the same link. So as long as you can find the link from last week or the week before, it's the same link that we'll be using right up until March. And remember, you can share the link with other friends. And also, if your friends cannot join on the platform, they can go over to Zoom and join us. Can go over to YouTube and join us on YouTube at Mathematics Resource Center. And remember, when you go over there, remember to subscribe and share with other friends and family. Tell mommy and daddy to subscribe to Miss Hunter channel so that her channel can grow. All right. Thank you all. And I'll add my number again just in case you want to join our math class, which you should. All right. So go ask mommy or daddy to enroll you in our classes. All right. And if mommy doesn't have the money and daddy doesn't have the money, tell
Excuse me. Bye, miss.
I'm
Bye,
really not
miss.
happy with the persons who are unmuting while Miss Hunter is speaking.
Bye, miss.
This is my sad face.
Bye, miss.
Miss.
Bye, miss.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye, miss.
My name is Peter.
Bye, miss.
All right, so there
Bye,
goes the
miss.
number. All right, bye-bye, darlings. All right, and have a great evening. Bye, Leonardo. Bye, Kalila. Leonardo,
Yes, miss.
why were you making so much noise in my background while I'm speaking?
No, miss, I was on the YouTube channel.
Yes, but you were speaking while I was speaking and your mic was unmuted, which means that I'm not going to let you speak next class now. You know that.
No.
Mm-hmm. All right, Leonardo, have a good week. All
Bye,
right.
miss.
Bye-bye, my darlings.
Bye, miss.
Bye,
Bye, Miss
darlings.
Hunter.
Bye, miss.
Bye, darling.
Miss,
Bye, miss.
miss,
Mm,
miss.
mm.
Miss, every time me I answer question, miss, you know, me at raise man, miss, and you know, I'm answer a question, miss.
Who is that?
Me too.
Miss
All right.
Sheldon, miss.
All right. My sincere apology, but I'll let you answer question next week. Okay, my darling?
Miss,
Yes,
me not
miss.
come on and let's sweet, miss.
Why?
Miss, come, me no, miss, mother, some on the money, miss.
All right.
Miss,
Okay, my darling. Have a good week. All right.
miss,
Be good now. Be respectful. Be
Miss,
kind. Be nice. Be gentle.
Bye,
miss,
miss.
miss,
Bye,
come back
darlings.
next
bye.